Do you want to boost your dog's health without breaking the bank? Well, in this video, I am going to show you the best budget-friendly supplements you can give your dog. The first supplement we are going to talk about is bone. And yeah, this is going to be a raw meaty bone you are going to give your dog. Now, we are going to start with something manageable, something small if your dog has never had a bone. But bones are cheap, they are absolutely incredible in terms of glucosamine, chondroitin and calcium. Glucosamine and chondroitin are going to help your dog's joints. So if you have a senior dog or a large breed puppy, your dog is going to get the benefits from that extra calcium and chondroitin and glucosamine for joint support. And the extra calcium is going to benefit your dog as well. Now, one additional benefit is that this is the ultimate toothbrush. So instead of you spending money and wasting money on things that do not work, like some dental sticks, raw meaty bones are the real thing. And what they do is they chip away your dog's tartar. Once they start getting their canasial teeth, their back teeth into the bone and chewing, that is going to clean your dog's teeth. They are inexpensive, and all around, it is an incredible supplement for your dog. The second one is going to be eggs, and we are going to give our dogs raw eggs with the shell as well for extra calcium. If you think about eggs, right, they contain everything you need for life to be harnessed, for life to be hatched. So they are packed with vitamins and minerals, and obviously eggs are very protein rich, and protein is arguably the most important macronutrient of them all. Now we are going to give our dog the whole thing with the eggshell as well, and that is going to provide that extra source of calcium. They are inexpensive, they are packed with nutrients, and they are one of the favorite things I like giving my dog. I mean, especially if your dog is dry fed. If your dog is dry fed, they might lack moisture, water in their diet. So giving them an egg or two every so often is going to surely help your dog's liver and your dog's kidneys and overall hydration levels. Let's talk about natural probiotics. If you find natural brewer's yeast, this can be a phenomenal probiotic for your dog. It can also help regulate blood sugar levels. So if your dog has pancreatitis or diabetes or these sort of health issues, brewer's yeast can definitely help. But in my opinion and experience, natural brewer's yeast acts as a probiotic and is a really good addition to your dog's diet. Another one I absolutely love whenever my dog has a bit of an icky tummy or digestive issues is slippery elm, and it has to be natural slippery elm. Especially the combination of slippery elm and marshmallow root is an excellent combo. This will help your dog's gut and your dog if they have some sort of diarrhea or an icky tummy. And guess what? You can also have it. You can also take it yourself. The main thing it does is it creates a bit of a mucus in your dog's stomach, and that reinforces your dog's gut and it protects your dog's gut against harmful bacteria or potential permeability of the gut. It is temporary, but it does help with soft stools, and it does help if your dog has a bit of an icky tummy. I highly recommend it. It's natural and it actually works. Another one I like, especially for allergies or any other issues, especially joint support, is turmeric. Turmeric is a natural anti-inflammatory, and you can go to your local health shop and you can buy turmeric yourself. You can even buy turmeric and black pepper capsules, and then again they have a very good effect on anti-inflammatory properties. And by the way I would give all these supplements to my dog is I would mix them with his food. What I do is I mix all these with his food and he takes them like that. So if your dog is a bit of a salad dodger like mine, you can do that and that will absolutely help. And by the way, if you are curious about how to feed your dog better, you should download our free guide, How to Feed Your Dog Better. The link will be in the description. When it comes to fiber, I like to distinguish fiber in two categories. One is soluble fiber, one is insoluble fiber. Whenever it comes to soluble fiber, I am an absolute cheerleader for chia seeds. So if you dilute chia seeds with water and you just mix them, you will see that those chia seeds puff up and they create a bit of a mucus, very similar to that slippery elm we were talking about before. And it's really interesting because They are very inexpensive and you can totally incorporate them into your dog's diet for next to nothing, and that's going to surely help your dog's digestion. When it comes to insoluble fiber, I like two. One is a bit of pumpkin paste, and it has to be pumpkin paste and it has to be a bit processed, because if you give your dog raw pumpkin, they aren't going to be able to digest it. So you have to pre-process it for them. You can puree them or you can give it as a paste. You can go to your local pet shop and they will surely sell you some pumpkin paste. The other thing I absolutely love is anything furry. You can get rabbit ears, lamb snouts, and these will all be air dried and they will be the actual real thing. So if you go again to your local pet shop, fur in rabbit ears, for example, is incredibly beneficial to your dog, and it's arguably something they should be eating on the regular every single day. Because if you think about it, fur is actually part of their whole prey ratios and what they would naturally eat in the wild if they caught a small mammal. Another supplement less talked about and a little bit controversial is salt. If you get good quality salt and you have a working dog, or you have a dog exercising in really high temperatures and the dog does not stop, your dog's electrolytes are going to be depleted. So a little bit of salt, a pinch of salt added to the water or added to the food is surely going to benefit them. Now, do not give them white refined salt, because that's probably not going to be the best. Try to spend a couple more dollars and get something a little bit better. But yes, salt is incredible and I am a very big advocate for it, especially if you have a very active breed and especially if they are losing electrolytes. Another supplement or family of supplements can be leafy greens. If you get something like seaweed or spinach and you process them, you puree them, you will release all the antioxidants and all the goodies from those vegetables. You can do the same with blackberries or with any other berries. If you pre-process them and give them to your dog's gut is going to be able to absorb all the goodies from the fruit and the veggies you give. But again, do not give them raw. You have to pre-process them. You can either flash cook them in the case of leafy greens, or you can puree them and you can break them down before you give them to your dog. If you give your dog something raw in terms of vegetables or fruits, they are not going to be able to break them down because they don't have the enzymes in the mouth to do so. Remember that whenever you give your dog fruit or veg, you are feeding your dog's tummy. You are feeding your dog's gut. You aren't feeding the dog. They do not have the ability to absorb all the nutrients and vitamins and minerals whenever you give them raw. So in order to feed that gut, we have to pre-process them. You have to puree them or you have to give them properly. The last supplement we are going to talk about is salmon skin or fish skin, and I do not like salmon oil or any cod liver oils or anything like that, because as soon as you open the bottle it starts going rancid and going bad. So I don't like giving my dog anything that can potentially be rancid or become rancid. But if you get salmon for yourself or if you get fish for yourself, you can give them the skin, and that is going to be packed with omega-3s. Those are going to be anti-inflammatories, and that is going to contain DHAs and EPAs for brain function and for overall coat health, and they are going to be incredible. Do make a note that a lot of these supplements I'm talking about you can get from the food. I rather you give the dog food. I'd rather you give the dog everything through the food than through artificial supplements. What I want you to do is think of the food and how can we transform the food into supplements, how can we transform the food into nutrients, and how we can use the overall food and different foods as nutrition for our dog. Now, there are so many supplements that do not make the cut that I don't like because I don't see the difference whenever I give them to my dog. But in this next video, I talk about something extremely important about your dog's health, and I highly encourage you to watch it next.